The script said kiss me like you mean it, but when Ryan's lips crashed into mine under the studio lights, his hand trembling at the nape of my neck, I forgot the cameras were rolling. In that split second, the world narrowed to the salt of his breath and the way his eyes, storm gray and unguarded, locked onto mine like we'd been rehearsing this for lifetimes, not lines. And just like that, the fake love I'd signed up for started bleeding into something dangerously real, pulling me under before I could even whisper cut. Los Angeles sprawled out below us like a glittering trap, all palm trees and promise, but up here on the rooftop of the old Bradbury building, it felt like the edge of everything. My name's Alex Harper, 26, queer as a $3 bill, and scraping by on indie gigs and barista shifts in West Hollywood. I'd auditioned for 1,000 roles, the sassy best friend, the tragic sidekick, always the one who got the heartfelt monologue but never the girl, or in my case, the guy. But this was my shot at the rom-com whirlwind, even if it was the side character in someone else's fairy tale. The show was called Heartstrings, a glossy Netflix dramedy about a straight-laced music producer named Jack, played by heartthrob Ryan Caldwell, who falls for his free-spirited collaborator, Mia. I was cast as Theo, Jack's brooding ex from college, the one who shows up to stir the pot and remind everyone that love isn't a straight line. Theo was the fake love interest, the plot devised to make Jack question his choices before running back to Mia in the rain-soaked finale. Cliché as hell, but the paycheck was real, and the director, Lena Voss, had a reputation for turning tropes into gold. I'd met Ryan exactly once before that rooftop scene. A quick chemistry read in a fluorescent-lit office where he flashed that $1,000,000 smile and said, "Let's make it believable, yeah?" He was 28, built like he lived at the gym but moved like he didn't care, with that effortless charm that made tabloids swoon. Straight, obviously, engaged to a model once, dated influencers, the whole package. But there was something in his voice during rehearsal, a quiet intensity when he delivered Theo's lines about stolen glances and what-ifs, that made my stomach twist. "Action," Lena called from below, her voice echoing off the concrete. The crew bustled, grips adjusting lights, the boom mic hovering like a judgmental ghost. Ryan stepped closer, his cologne faint and citrusy, and murmured, "You good?" I nodded, heart hammering. We were supposed to argue first, Theo confronting Jack about unfinished business, then dissolve into that impulsive kiss, the one that would go viral on set TikToks and fuel fanfic wars. "You're still chasing shadows, Jack?" I said, channeling Theo's hurt, my voice rougher than intended. Ryan's face shifted, not the polished actor mask, but something rawer, like I'd poked a bruise. "And you're still pretending you don't see me," he shot back, stepping into my space. The line was his, but the way he said it, low, almost accusatory, felt personal. Then, without warning, he closed the gap, his mouth on mine fierce and unscripted, fingers threading through my hair like he was anchoring himself. The kiss stretched, 5 seconds, 10, until Lena yelled, "Cut." Holy shit, that was electric. The crew erupted in whoops, but Ryan didn't pull away immediately. His forehead rested against mine for a beat, breath ragged, eyes searching. "Sorry if that was too much," he whispered, so only I could hear. I laughed it off, cheeks burning. Method acting at its finest. But as we broke apart, his hand lingered on my arm, and I wondered if the script had just rewritten itself. Down on set that afternoon, the buzz was palpable. Mia's actress, Sofia Reyes, hugged me effusively. "Theo's gonna break the internet, Alex." That chemistry? Chef's kiss. Sophia was a force, 24, pan and proud, with a laugh that filled rooms. We'd bonded over bad audition stories during table reads. She was the first to clock my nerves about playing the tragic gay ex. "It's empowering," she'd said. "We get to subvert the bury your gays trope. Make Theo messy and alive." Ryan, though, kept his distance post-scene, buried in notes with Lena. I caught him glancing over during makeup touch-ups, that same unguarded look from the roof. By wrap, the sun was dipping low, painting the lot in pinks and oranges. I was packing my trailer when a knock came. Ryan, leaning in the doorway, hands in his pockets. "Drinks?" To celebrate not fucking up the big one. I hesitated. "Boundaries, Alex. He's straight, this is work." But the pull was magnetic. Sure, but only if you promise not to quote the script at me. We ended up at a dive bar in Silver Lake, the kind with sticky floors and fairy lights strung over mismatched stools. Ryan ordered whiskey's neat. I stuck to beer. Conversation flowed easy, his small-town Ohio roots, my chaotic Chicago upbringing with two moms who ran a bookstore. They sound badass, he said, grinning. Mine were church folk. Coming out wasn't an option. He paused, swirling his glass. I mean for me. Not that The air thickened. I steered us to safer ground. His breakout role in that teen sci-fi flick, my theater days dodging homophobic directors. 2 drinks in, he leaned forward. That kiss. I didn't plan it. It just felt right for Jack. For Theo. His eyes held mine, steady. For us. My pulse spiked. Us. The word hung, loaded. He backpedaled, laughing. The scene, dummy. Chemistry's gotta sell. But the flush on his neck said otherwise. By midnight, we'd wandered to a quiet park, benches overlooking the reservoir. Stars peeked through the light pollution, and Ryan confessed his fears, typecasting as the golden boy, the pressure of heartstrings being his redemption after a flop indie. I need this to be real, he said. Not just lines. I nodded, sharing my own dread of fading into obscurity, of being the token queer without depth. As we walked back to our cars, his shoulder brushed mine, lingering. Night, Alex. Not Theo. Me. And in that moment, the cliché cracked open, revealing something sharper, more alive. The days blurred into a rhythm of dawn calls and midnight raps, heartstrings consuming us like a fever dream. Theo's arc ramped up, flashbacks to Jack and his college fling, stolen moments in dimly lit dorms that mirrored our own late-night script runs. Ryan and I rehearsed in his trailer, lines blurring with off-script banter. You're too good at this broken heart shit, he'd tease, tossing me a water bottle. I'd fire back, says the guy who cries on cue. What's your secret? Onion in the pocket. But beneath the jokes, tension simmered. Sophia noticed first, cornering me during a costume fitting. Spill. You and Ryan? The air crackles. I shrugged, zipping up Theo's leather jacket. It's the role. Fake it till you make it. She arched a brow, her dark curls bouncing. Honey, that's not faking. That's fire. Sophia was my anchor, her own coming-out story a whirlwind of family rejection and reclaimed power. We'd grab vegan tacos after shoots, dissecting industry BS. The casual birasier, the ally actors who patted themselves on the back for one rainbow post. Then there was Jordan, the show's non-binary writer who'd pinned Theo's monologues with surgical precision. Jordan, with their buzzed head and tattooed arms quoting Audre Lorde, became our late-night confidant. This plot's a minefield, they'd say over Zoom script tweaks. Theo's not just the ex, he's the mirror for Jack's repression. Make it hurt. Their words stuck, especially when Ryan started lingering after rehearsals, suggesting one more run-through that devolved into talks about everything but the show. One evening, after nailing a heated argument scene, Theo accusing Jack of cowardice, Ryan invited me to his place in the Hollywood Hills. For authenticity, he joked, but his eyes were serious. The house was modern minimalist, glass walls, vinyl collection stacked high. We ordered Thai, sprawled on the couch with script pages scattered. Midway through pad CEW, he paused, chopsticks hovering. Ever wonder if Jack's right? About second chances? The question landed heavy. Theo's regret was scripted, but Ryan's tone wasn't. I set my bowl down. Jack's straight as an arrow. Theo's the detour. He winced, like I'd slapped him. Is that what you think? That it's all just a detour? Silence stretched, charged. Ryan. Forget it. He stood abruptly, clearing plates. But later, as I grabbed my keys, he caught my wrist. Stay? Watch something stupid. No scripts. We binged old Friends reruns, laughing at the 90s cheesiness, his head eventually dropping to my shoulder. Innocent, right? Except my skin buzzed where his breath ghosted my neck, and when he murmured, "Thanks for this," it felt like a confession. The next day, drama erupted on set. A tabloid leak, grainy photos from the rooftop kiss, captioned, Ryan Caldwell's steamy gay twist. The comments exploded, slurs mixed with thirsty memes, fans shipping Theo, while trolls spewed, agenda-pushing Hollywood. Lena called an emergency meeting. We lean in, she declared. Make it buzz. but personal lives stay locked down. Ryan stormed into my trailer post-meeting, face thunderous. This is bullshit. They're twisting it into some fetish. I nodded, gut churning. Welcome to my world. Every role's a tightrope. He paced, then stopped, close enough I could see the freckles across his nose. It's not just the role for me, Alex. That kiss. It wasn't fake. My breath caught. Ryan, you're confused? Yeah. Terrified? Absolutely. His voice cracked. But real. With you. Before I could process, Sophia burst in, eyes wide. Party at my place tonight. Distress mandatory. It was a lifeline. We piled into cars. Me, Ryan, Sophia, Jordan, and headed to her Echo Park bungalow, fairy lights, and queer flags fluttering. The night dissolved into shots of mezcal, Jordan spinning indie folk on the turntable, stories of heartbreaks past. Ryan stuck close, his laugh looser, hand brushing mine during a tipsy game of Never Have I Ever. Never have I ever kissed someone and wished it lasted forever, Sophia prompted, smirking at us. The room hooped as Ryan and I both drank, eyes locking over red cups. Later, on the porch swing, stars sharp overhead, he whispered, I meant it. About the kiss. My heart thundered. What now? He leaned in, lips inches from mine. We figure it out. Off script. But as his mouth met mine, soft, searching, a car horn blared. Jordan, waving keys. Last call for sober drivers. The moment shattered, leaving us breathless and unresolved. Driving home, Ryan's hand found mine across the console, intertwining fingers like a promise. For the first time, the cliché felt like ours. Filming intensified, Theo's storyline veering into emotional quicksand. We shot the college flashback, a rain-soaked quad where Jack and Theo share their first fumbling kiss, the one that ruins Jack for straight love. Lena wanted vulnerability, so Ryan and I spent hours in a soundstage mocked up like a Midwest campus, rain machines pelting us until we were shivering wrecks. Cut. Reset. Lena's voice cut through the downpour. Ryan shook water from his hair, grinning at me. You're a natural drowned rat. I splashed him back, laughter bubbling despite the chill. Off camera, these moments piled up, shared umbrellas, his jacket draped over my shoulders during breaks. Sophia dubbed it the slow burn, teasing us mercilessly. Y'all are giving enemies to lovers a run for its money. But cracks showed. Ryan's agent called during lunch one day, voice booming through his phone on speaker. The leak's gold for ratings, but dial back the queerbait. Investors are twitchy. Ryan's jaw tightened, hanging up without a word. I overheard from craft services, stomach sinking. You okay? I asked later, sliding next to him on a prop bench. He rubbed his temples. They think it's a phase. The kiss, us. Like I'm experimenting for art. Pain edged his words, raw as an open wound. I wanted to rage, for him, for every queer kid told their feelings were temporary. But instead, I squeezed his knee. Screw them. This is your story too. That night, we escaped to Griffith Observatory, city lights sprawling like a neural net below. Ryan bought us hot cocoa from a vending machine, steam curling in the crisp air. Grew up thinking love was simple, he admitted, staring at the stars. Boy meets girl, then you. His voice softened. You make it messy. Real. I swallowed, vulnerability clawing up. I'm scared too. Last guy I fell for ghosted after his friends called me a phase. Don't want to be anyone's detour again. He turned, cupping my face, thumbs tracing my jaw. You're not. I swear. The kiss that followed was no script. Just us, under the planetarium dome, tasting chocolate and possibility. Word of our vibes spread. Jordan pulled me aside during a rewrite session. He's falling hard, Alex. But the industry's a viper pit. Protect your heart. Wise words, but hard to heed when Ryan started texting memes at 2 a.m. or leaving voicemails. Heard this song. Made me think of that park bench. Friendship had evolved into something tender, unspoken, with Sophia as our cheerleader. Finally, some authentic queer joy, she'd say, clinking glasses at our impromptu set picnics. Then the misunderstanding hit like a freight train. A rap party invite from Ryan's old co-star, Lila, his ex from that teen flick, all blonde ambition and calculated smiles. Bring your new boy toy. Her text read, screenshot accidentally forwarded to our group chat. Sophia's reply was fire. Excuse me? But Ryan laughed it off when confronted. She's joking. Lila's harmless. Harmless? At the party, a swanky rooftop in downtown LA, she cornered me by the bar, martini in hand. Theo, right? Adorable how you're playing house with Ryan. He always did love a good role. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. Just remember, he snaps back to reality eventually. Doubt wormed in, cold and insistent. Was I the rebound? The experiment? I confronted him later, away from the thumping bass. Lila said, he cut me off, furious. Don't listen to her. She's bitter about the breakup. But the seed was planted. That night, in his car ride home, silence festered. If this is pity, I started, voice tight, just say it. He slammed on brakes at a light, turning to me. Pity? Alex, I'm in this. Deeper than I planned. His hand found mine again, but the grip felt fragile, like glass about to shatter. The next shoot was brutal, Theo's rejection scene, where Jack chooses Mia, leaving Theo shattered in a coffee shop. Rain again, no machines this time, a freak storm rolling in. Ryan's delivery wrecked me, apologies laced with real regret. I can't be what you need, his character said, but his eyes screamed the opposite. When Lena called cut, I bolted to my trailer, tears mixing with rain. Ryan followed, knocking softly. Hey, that wasn't just acting. I opened the door, soaked and spent. Then why does it feel like it? He stepped in, closing the space. Because I'm fighting it. Scared of the labels, the fallout. His confession hung. Then he kissed me, desperate, affirming. For a moment, the world righted. But outside, thunder cracked, foreshadowing the storm to come. Prejudices reared their ugly heads as Heartstrings promo ramped up. Trailers dropped, clipping our kiss out of context. Fans raved about queer rep, while online trolls decried woke propaganda. Ryan's socials lit up with straight actor playing gay, lazy casting, barbs, and worse, DMs questioning his sexuality with slurs that made my blood boil. He showed me one night over takeout in my tiny apartment, Spartan, posters of Marlon Brando and Ellen DeGeneres peeling at edges. Delete it, I urged, but he scrolled, jaw set. Gotta face it. If I'm doing this, for us, I can't hide. Us. The word thrilled and terrified. We'd fallen into a rhythm. Mornings at my place brewing coffee, his head on my chest as we dozed. Evenings walking Runyon Canyon, dissecting dreams. Sophia and Jordan formed our inner circle. Game nights with queer board games. Jordan's poetry slams where Ryan shyly recited a line from Audre Lorde. Your silence will not protect you. But conflict brewed from within. Ryan's family visited. Mom and dad from Ohio, conservative as apple pie, staying at his house. He downplayed our thing, introducing me as co-star Alex, great guy. Dinner was polite torture. His dad's offhand back in my day. Roles stayed in the script over steak. Ryan tensed beside me, foot nudging mine under the table, a secret anchor. Later, alone, he vented. They're trying. But it's like I'm 10 again, hiding comics under the bed. I held him then. First time he'd let walls drop fully. You're enough, I whispered. Vulnerability bonded us deeper, but it amplified the stakes. The Real explosion came mid-season shoot. A scene where Theo outs himself to friends at a bar, raw, unfiltered. Lena wanted authenticity, so she brought in queer consultants, including Marcus, a burly activist with a beard like a statement. During blocking, Marcus pulled Ryan aside. Lean into the fear. Straight actors often sanitize it. Ryan bristled, later venting to me. Like I don't get it? I'm living it. Tension peaked at lunch. I overheard Marcus to Sophia. Ryan's good, but he's straight passing the hell out of this. Tokenism vibes. Sophia defended him. He's trying. But the words stung when they reached me via group text. That afternoon, in the scene, Ryan overcompensated, his coming out line delivered with such ferocity it bordered caricature. Lena reset thrice. Dial it back, Cal. This isn't a punch. Rap was awkward. Ryan skipped our usual debrief. Texting, family dinner. Rain check. I stewed at home, scrolling fan theories, some shipping us hard, others dissecting Ryan's gay panic arc. Doubt crept. Was he retreating? Sophia called, voice gentle. Talk to him. Misunderstandings fester. I showed up at his house unannounced. 11 p.m., porch light buzzing. He answered in sweats, eyes red-rimmed. Alex? What's? I pushed past. words tumbling. If this is too much, say it. Don't ghost because some consultant bruised your ego. He recoiled. Ego? It's fear, okay? Fear of losing everything. Career, family, for something I can't even name yet. The fight escalated, voices rising. You think it's easy for me? I shouted. Every day, wondering if I'm your midlife queer crisis. He grabbed my arms, pulling me close. It's not a crisis. It's you. God, Alex, it's you. Anger dissolved into kisses, fierce, forgiving, collapsing onto his couch, clothes askew but boundaries intact, just holding on as sobs shook us both. Morning brought fragile peace. Over eggs, he admitted. Marcus was right. I was performing safety. We vowed honesty, no more hiding. But the industry whispered. A producer pulled Lena aside, suggesting tone down the gay subplot for broader appeal. She fought back, but the chill settled. Then the surprise twist. Jordan leaked an alternate script to me. Theo doesn't fade out heartbroken. He confronts Jack in the finale, forcing a choice. This could change everything, Jordan said, eyes gleaming. Ryan read it that night, face paling then lighting. Do it. Make it real. But Lila, ever the shadow, caught wind, texting Ryan. Heard about the rewrite. Careful, or you'll tank your career for a fling. Her poison spread. Ryan's agent called again. Back off the queer angle. Focus on Mia. Ryan hung up, slamming his phone. To me, he said, I'm done running. But as we filmed the bar scene retake, Ryan nailing quiet terror, I saw the cost in his trembling hands. The high of rebellion clashed with looming fallout, our love a tightrope over abyss. But privately, Ryan unraveled. Nightly calls turned confessional. What if I lose them all? I'd counter with stories of my mom's resilience. Their bookstore a haven for outcasts, teaching me love's worth the fight. You're not alone, I'd say, voice steady despite my own terror. Our touches grew bolder, fingers laced in trailers, stolen naps with his curls tickling my chin. No rush, just the quiet thrill of being seen. The high point crashed on a Thursday. During the confrontation scene, rooftop at dusk, Theo demanding truth, Ryan ad-libbed. I see you, Alex. Always have. The names slip. Mine, not Theo's, halted set dead. Crew froze, Lena's eyes widened. Print that. Goal. But Ryan blanched, bolting post-cut. I found him in his trailer, head in hands. Fuck. I can't do this halfway. We talked for hours, air thick with unsaid fears. Come out with me, he urged suddenly. On your terms. Together. My heart soared then plummeted. Timing was suicide with premiere weeks away. Not yet, I pleaded. Let the work speak first. He nodded, but hurt flickered. That night, we parted with a hug that felt like goodbye. Misunderstanding snowballed. Lila struck again. Anonymous tip to TMZ. Ryan Caldwell's method fling with co-star exposed. Article dropped at midnight. Photos of us at the observatory twisted into Hollywood's fake gay romance. Comments ravaged. Biphobic jabs at me. Confused straight boy barbs at him. Sophia texted fury emojis. Jordan plotted counters. Ryan called at dawn, voice hollow. It's out. My parents saw. I raced to his house. He met me at the door, wrecked, eyes swollen, phone shattered on the floor. Dad called. Said I'm throwing my life away for confusion. His mom's silence hurt worse, a void of rejection. I pulled him into bed, holding him as sobs racked his frame. They'll come around. I lied, stroking his back. Or they won't. But I choose you. Morning brought resolve. Ryan posted a vague IG story, rainbow emoji, caption, authenticity over everything. Fans erupted in support. Trolls doubled down. On set, Lena shielded us, reshooting with fierce protection. But the damage seeped. Investors pulled funding whispers, forcing reshoots on a shoestring. Climax built during finale blocking. Theo's speech, rewritten to gut punch. Love isn't a plot twist you erase. It's the story you live. Ryan delivered it staring at me, tears real. Cut called. He whispered, that's us. But post-rap, Lila cornered him in parking lot. I witnessed from afar, her hand on his arm, words inaudible but tone venomous. He shoved her off, storming away. I confronted her later at a coffee run. Back off. He's not your toy. She laughed, cold. He's mine to warn. You're ruining him. dragging him into your world. Prejudice dripped, her eyes raking me like dirt. Straight men don't stay. Rage boiled, but I walked, texting Ryan, "We need to talk. Now." He met me at our park bench, dusk falling. "Lila said you're using me for clout." His voice broke. "Is it true?" Betrayal twisted. How could he doubt? After everything? No. But if you believe her. Hurt mirrored. "I'm drowning, Alex. Need to know it's solid." We argued under sodium lamps, voices raw, accusations flying. "You're retreating. You're pushing." Then silence, chest heaving. He reached for me. I flinched. "Prove it," I challenged. "Choose." He did, pulling me close, kiss fierce as declaration. "You. Always." But surprise detonated. Jordan texted a link, Lila's ex spilling to Variety. She'd fabricated the tip for revenge, jealous of Ryan's glow-up. Vindication surged, but exhaustion followed. Huddled on the bench, Ryan confessed deepest fear. What if I'm bi? And the world hates that too. I kissed his temple. Then we face it. Together. The night ended in tentative hope, but the real Chow Trio waited. Premiere night, where truths would shatter or bind. Premiere night descended like a glittering guillotine. Chinese theater on Hollywood Boulevard. Red carpet ablaze with flashes, air humming with anticipation. Heartstrings screamed to raves. Our kiss edit stayed, bolder than scripted, drawing gasps than applause. Backstage, Ryan gripped my hand under the podium, knuckles white. "We got this," he mouthed during Q&A. Sophia beamed beside us, Jordan's arm linked with theirs. Our makeshift family, unyielding. Post-screening gala swirled. Champagne flutes, power players schmoozing. Lila lurked, dressed like armor, but her barbs fell flat. Her exposé debunked. She'd slunk to irrelevance. Ryan's parents hadn't come. A terse email. Proud, but processing. Hurt lingered, but he squared shoulders. Their timeline, not mine. The Chow Trio ignited in a quiet alcove off the ballroom. A producer, silver-haired, suit crisp, pulled Ryan aside, voice oily. "Great work, kid. But that finale? Too on the nose. Investors want reshoots. Straighten Theo's exit." Ryan stiffened. "No. It's the heart of the show." The man chuckled. "Heart. This is business. Queer arcs tank overseas." I stepped in, blood roaring. "Theo's not a loose end. He's human." The producer eyed me dismissively. "And you're the poster boy for it. Careful. Types like you burn bright, fade fast. Prejudice incarnate, reducing us to check boxes." Ryan exploded. "Screw your markets. This is my truth." He grabbed my hand, storming out, flashes erupting as we hit the carpet, intertwined fingers defiant. Outside, chaos, Paps shouting Ryan. "Alex, real or real?" We ducked into a waiting car, laughter bubbling through adrenaline. "Did we just come out via tabloid?" I gasped. He grinned, wild. "Worth it." At his house, we crashed on the deck, stars witnessing as he pulled a velvet box from his pocket. Not a ring, a key. To this. To us. No more hiding. Tears pricked. Yes. Dawn broke with plans. Therapy for his family rift, joint interviews post-airing. Sophia texted congrats. Jordan, revolutionaries. But growth wasn't linear. Weeks later, Ryan's first by awakening panel, nerves jangling, my hand in his under the table. He spoke haltingly. Labels helped, but love doesn't need one. Alex taught me that. Misunderstandings lingered, a jealous co-star's whisper campaign, my own insecurity flaring during dry spells. But we navigated. Couples counseling with a queer therapist, weekends at my mom's in Chicago, his awkward charm winning them over with pie-baking fails. Friendships deepened. Sophia's birthday bash became our annual found family ritual, Jordan officiating mock vows for laughs. The show dropped, shattering records. Theo's arc sparking think pieces on by Erasure, fan letters pouring in. Ryan's parents visited tentatively, a dinner where Dad admitted, "Didn't get it at first. But seeing you happy. Progress, fragile but real." 1 year on, atop that Bradbury rooftop, no cameras, we recreated the kiss. Fake love interest. Ryan murmured, "Nose to mine." I smiled. Realist plot twist. His insistence had rewritten us. Not cliché, but epic. Love forged in conflict, blooming through prejudice. a testament to hearts that refuse erasure. In the end, it wasn't the script that saved us. It was the unscripted glances, the quiet choices, the insistence that our scenes, our lives, were achingly, beautifully real.